Hi, welcome. Welcome to your practice. My name is Sophia. This is end of 2022, beginning of 2023. Little practice for you to do at home. Welcome to this angle of my living room. Grab your props. Today we're going to use a resistance band or a strap. You can also substitute the thing that goes around your robe, a little tie. And then if you have blocks, grab those, or block-like objects, have those nearby, and come to a seat when you're ready. You've got a few moments to get those things prepared. So just start to arrive. If you're not already in your seat, you are just becoming a little bit more mindful about each movement that you're making. Maybe just starting to notice the breath as you find your way to your magical yoga mat. I was thinking about how the rectangle has been my magic carpet for my whole adult life. Thank God, can be found in latex. So you're transitioning out of your busy or quiet world and just into a place of your physicality, taking note of how you feel. Maybe it's more comfortable to sit in Virasana on your knees. You can place a block underneath you and sit like that if you prefer. And just start to settle in. So I went to the DMV this morning because I noticed that my registration expired in August of this year. And it's really great out there on the roads, and it's a wonderful time to go to the DMV. So if you're in LA and you need to do stuff, go get it done. If you are somewhere else and you're snowed in, dudes, I'm so sorry. Jesus, I'm so sorry. May Jesus be with you, or whomever you call upon in these times. My thoughts are with you. And wherever you are, just start to settle into a little bit of gratitude. Start to notice your breath. If you're watching this video, then most likely you're safe for the next little while. And that's really awesome. You can bring your eyes to close, or you can take them down to a point on the floor. And you may be experiencing aches and pains and a want to move. We will move, but for now, you're just kind of noticing yourself as you are without changing anything. Things might feel pretty unsymmetrical, but it's just as you are, not as you think you need to be or should be. Hopefully will be after this nice stretchy practice. Start to breathe in and out. In and out. Continue slow, deep breathing. Maybe you take a few sighs out your mouth, soften the jaw, feel the back of your spine, taking into account the space around you, how your hands feel resting on your legs. Notice any pinches, tensions, anxieties in the muscles and the bones in your psyche. So as I was driving to the DMV, it occurred to me that I never make New Year's resolutions. Whatever. But something popped into my head about not so much self-improvement, but improving my own circumstances through being more skillful in the way that I communicate things. Quite often I can be very clear and frank and blunt with my thoughts on things. And I was thinking about when I first became a vegan, you guys. So that was like 13 years ago. And it was just a journey. And people responded to the journey because I felt more healthy, compassionate, brighter, just more glowing, zero health problems. Everything just became much more easeful. And so that decision was skillful. And then life happened to me. It happened to you guys. We all just went through some real awful years. I think the flop era for me started in 2016. And, people just started getting on my nerves. I started being maybe more dismissive and leading less with just example. And I don't want to say, like, in the new year, I want to be like a better person or a different person. I want to be more skillful because ultimately I would like to leave the world a better place, not a more scarred up place. And so that's my New Year's resolution. More skillful means reconnecting to that wonder and exploration and the journey, and just giving myself a bit more magic back into my own life. And that might mean being a little actress sometimes, but that's an art. So that's what I'm doing. What are you going to do? Breathe in, let it go. One more breath here. And then on your next inhale, sweep the arms up, connect your palms, hands to your heart, bow chin to your chest, set an intention for your practice. Say a little thank you to the year that was. And then blink your eyes open, look forward into what is to come, and grab your strap or whatever you're using. We're just going to open up the shoulders. I'm mighty close to my couch. I don't think I've ever in my life said mighty close. So I'm just a little weird in front of a camera, I suppose, trying out different roles. Take your strap. You can also be on your knees. Pull it taut and then inhale, bring it up. Give yourself a little wiggle side to side, roll your shoulders, and then widen your grip and take it down the back. Inhale, bring it up. Exhale down the front. Inhale up. Exhale back, and keep it going. The rib cage might move a little bit, but don't pop it in all directions. We're just kind of getting into the shoulder girdle. If it's too tight and it hurts your shoulders, then take a wider grip. Just opening up for 2 and 1. And then turn the strap in your hand. So you're flipping your palms forward, the wrists are forward. Roll your shoulders back and down, and then take the same movement. Woo. And you might want to linger in a particular area and give yourself a little floss for 3. Skillfully getting around in life. You can do that through the bones and the joints. All right, set that off to the side, shake out your wrists, interlace your hands, do a little wave with your hands, and then go the other way. Notice your coordination. Press the palms away, round your spine, dip the chin, and then just push forward through your hands, opening up through the back of the shoulders. And then inhale, take your arms up. Exhale, release the hands. Roll your shoulders up and back, and then we'll find our way to all fours. Have your blocks at the front of the mat, and then find your tabletop position. Place your hands underneath your shoulders, click down through the tops of your ankles, wag your tail, and just start a little organic movement. Ooh, you can look over one shoulder. You can make circles with your pelvis. You can pop up onto your fingertips and go forward and back. Keep it moving. Let your neck be part of everything. Notice what your tongue is doing and soften the palate. Keep going. I'm just going to have a little sip of my water. And if you're making circles, start to take them in the other direction. Roll your head. So you're just rolling all your joints around themselves. Come to center. And then from here, let's take the right toes behind us and just pulse forward and back, forward and back. Come more into the hands and then back into the heel. Feel the navel drawing in and up. And then from here, you're going to pick the foot up and take it to the back left corner of the mat. Look over the left shoulder and pulse forward and back so you're opening up the right side. 2 and 1. And then we're going to cross the right leg behind the left. Separate your feet so the knees go out to their own sides. And then take a few rounds of cat-cow. Exhale, round, press down. Inhale, drop the belly, arch the spine. Exhale, round. Inhale, arch. Exhale, round. Inhale, arch. Keep going. Nice. And then from here, take the hands forward a little bit. You're going to tuck your toes, and we're coming up to a cross-legged downward facing dog. So you probably want to keep the knees bent. Imagine that the legs are kind of bolted together. Lift the hips up and back. Might feel pretty weird. And then just pulse your chest towards your thighs. Shake your head if you want. Feel the thighs squeezing and the knees fitting each other. 2, 1. And then walk your hands back to your legs, meeting in a cross-legged forward fold at the back of the mat. Scooch myself forward here. And then just rock it out. Let your head go, drape downwards. On an inhale, take a halfway lift and look forward. Exhale, fold. Shake your head. And then come up onto your fingertips and come up onto your tiptoes. You're going to walk the hands around, coming to a forward fold at the back of your mat, normal. Drip, low, drape down your legs. Inhale to a halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Press down through the feet. Inhale, rise up. Look up. Exhale, hands to prayer. And then release the hands to mountain pose. Feel where your weight is. You are facing towards the back of the room. Inhale, take your arms up. As you exhale, cactus your arms, lift your heart, maybe back bend a little. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, dive forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift. Plant your hands, step it back to plank. One breath here in your plank pose. And then exhale, you're going to lower all the way down any way you want to. Maybe the knees come down first, or you can come through chaturanga. Untuck your toes. Hands out onto the carpet or the whatever it is that's not your mat. Pop up onto your fingertips. And then inhale, undulate upwards for a wide cobra. And then with your sternum, exhale, lead your head down. Inhale, coming up. Exhale, leading with the chest. Inhale, come up. Exhale all the way down. Hands under your shoulders, tuck your toes. Come up through all fours and then press it back to child's pose. You can do whatever you like with your hands here. I'm going to take a prayer above my head and just let the fingers drop in towards the shoulder blades to open up the shoulders a little. And you're here for 3. Complete your exhales for 2. And 1. Draw up on the pelvic floor, come up to all 4s. Knees are under your hips, wag your tail a little bit. And then from here, it's the left foot going to the back of the mat. Start to pulse forward and back. Getting into the hamstring. Keep drawing the navel in. And then pick the toe up and take it to the back corner of your mat, crossing left leg behind the right. Look over your shoulder. And then the knee is going to cross behind the right. Separate your feet. This time, flip your wrists so the fingers face back towards your knees. Wrists facing forward. And take your cat-cows here. Inhale, arch. Exhale, round. Oh, keep it going. Do the rhythm that works for you. For 2. Oh, these AirPods. Must get some teeny tiny AirPods. And 1. Unflip your wrists, walk the hands forward a little bit, tuck toes, downward facing dog with the legs crossed. Bend the knees, lift the hips, push forward and down through the hands. Nice, and then walk your hands back to your feet, forward fold with the legs crossed. Release the neck, shake it out, and then coming up onto fingertips, halfway lift, exhale, fold. Up onto your fingertips again, come up onto the tiptoes, walk the hands around so you are facing the front of your mat. Grab your opposite elbows here, rock it side to side, nod, take the other elbow. Release your hands, inhale to a halfway lift, exhale, fold. Press down, rise up. Exhale and cactus your arms, lift the heart. Inhale, arms reach up. And exhale, hands to the side of the body. All right, from here, just kind of come to the center of the mat, give everything a little shake. And then just take a casual pose. See how you feel. Close your eyes for a minute. Soften the tongue, soften the jaw, feel the breath moving. For 2, 1. Open your eyes. And then from here, we'll do a little breathing exercise. Let's tuck my top in, called the breath of joy. So 3-part inhale, first part belly, second part ribs, third part chest. Arms go 1, 2, 3, and then we exhale by folding forward. So belly, ribs, chest, exhale. Bend your knees. Three more. Last one. Beautiful. Come up and then all the way down. Ah, wiggle around. Move the weight, not the head. Grab opposite elbows, or you can walk the hands around, getting a stretch. Come to center and then slowly roll up, bone by bone. Shoulders roll back and down. Step the feet a little closer and find Tadasana, mountain pose. Roll your shoulders down, drop the tongue, lift the heart. Feel the pubis, the navel, the sternum. Palms are facing forward. Soft bend in your knees. Soften in between the brows. And notice how you feel. Notice your big toe mound, little toe mound, inner heel, outer heel. Gently lift the arches of your feet. And then feel the crown rising up as the tail draws down. Notice your energy. Blink your eyes open. Give your arms a little shake. Step to the front of your mat. Have your blocks nearby. Just maybe place both of them on the highest setting. And then from here, we're just going to let's take the left foot back first. Coming in just to a warrior one. So back foot spun in 45 degrees. Bend into the right leg. Inhale, take the arms up. And then just kind of sink into the legs and start to lift up through the fingertips. Press the ground away through the feet. And then interlace your hands behind your head and just lean back as you lift the gaze. Keep bending into the front knee, sealing the little toe side of the back foot. Nice. And then from here, release the arms up to the sky and straighten through the front leg. Bring the right hand onto the right hip. And then from here, you'll hinge forward at your hips, drawing the right hip back. And then your block on the outside of your right foot, your hand will come to your block, or you can just take it to your outer shin. And start to turn your chest up to the sky. Roll the right shoulder over the left. If you want, you can take the right arm up. So think being skillful, getting around yourself, figuring out the best way to create good circumstances. On the next exhale, you're going to press down and rise up back to your warrior one. Spin onto the toes of the back leg, so you're now in Anjaneyasana. And then if you can, bring your hands to prayer. And then you're going to stand on the right leg, coming into a single-legged Tadasana. Nice, and that's it. Release the leg down. Shake it out. Roll the neck a little if it feels good. And then same thing on the other side. So just step the right foot back, finding your warrior one. You want the left knee to be over the left toe, not too deep. And then take your arms up. Interlace your hands with the other finger on top. Bring them behind your head. And then lift the chest. Lunge a little deeper. Look up. Seal down through the back foot. Nice. And then come back to your warrior one. Straighten through the front leg. And then the left hand to the left hip. Just gonna spin on my foot a little bit. Start to hinge forward. Reach your right hand forward. Draw the left hip back. Hand comes to the shin or to the block. Draw the left hip back. And then press down to start to rotate. Maybe the hand stays on the hip. Maybe take it up to the sky. Gaze can follow the hand. Soften the shoulders down. Telescope your neck. And then to come out, press down through the feet. Windmill your arms up. You're in your warrior one. Spin onto the ball of the back foot. Anjaneyasana. Hands to prayer. Weight comes into the left foot. Spring forward. Single-legged Tadasana. And release. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Plant the hands. Step back to plank. Lower all the way down. Inhale to a cobra. Exhale, come down. And then you've got the option of doing your wide cobra, undulating through your spine. Or you can do a couple more little cobra flows. Maybe you're on your fingertips. And then hands under the shoulders, tuck the toes, find your child's pose. Side out your mouth. Letting things settle down a little bit. Look forward and then walk the hands back so you're sitting on your knees just momentarily. Roll your shoulders back and down. Notice how you feel. And then come off your knees. Swing your legs out in front of you. We'll take just the seated figure four, crossing the right ankle over the left knee. Shoulders roll back, chest lifts, flex the right toes. And if you need more of a stretch, you can pick your bum up and take it more towards the heel. Start to take your legs side to side, getting into the outsides of the hips. Keep lifting the chest. For two. For one. And then walk the left foot to the right and come into fire log, stacking knee on top of ankle and ankle on top of knee. If that doesn't work for you, you can extend the bottom leg like that. And then we're just going to take a little Sufi roll over the legs and back. Release the neck, unlocking the lower back. 2, 1. Nice. Switching sides, hands behind you. Left over right. And then scooch forward as much as you need to get the stretch. Don't let the shoulders encroach too much on your ears. Lift the chest and then move it. Side to side. Out with the old, in with the new. Leading by example. I want to be one of those classy old ladies who can just lift an eyebrow and do a little grin, and you know what they're saying without them having to tell you. Those are the most skillful people. They seem happier. All right. Walk the right foot to the left. Left ankle on top of right knee. And so forth on the other side. Shoulders roll back and down, and then start your little circles. Inviting in a little magic. See if you can keep that flame going. A lot of magic killers in this world. but everybody has a little bit of magic. It's a little bit of fight left in the end, right? Uncross your legs. And then let's take a wide-legged forward fold. So you may want to grab a blanket and place that underneath your butt so that you don't collapse too much into the lower back. Take your legs into a wide V. And if you want, you can pull the flesh of your butt and thighs back to help tilt your pelvis forward. And you should feel the bones of your butt, your sits bones, ground down. And you can use your blocks here. So maybe build a little stack for your head and then start to come forward. So it might just be chin to chest, getting into the trapezius muscles, or you may have more mobility to come a bit further down. You can walk the hands forward. And don't worry about being still. You can be in full motion or dropping into some stillness. And we're just here for 3. 2. And 1. Draw up on the pelvic floor slightly, draw the navel in, and start to crawl the hands back and towards you. And then find your way to any seat. We're going to do a little breathing before we complete our practice. I'm going to sit up on this cushion. I'm taking Sukhasana today. You can take Virasana if you would prefer. Roll the shoulders back and down, soften your tongue again. Check in with your forehead. Let go of tension behind your eyes. And then draw the pubis forward. Let the navel be right on top of the pubis and the heart right on top of that. Spread the collarbones east and west. Shoulder blades down. Back of the skull floating upwards so your neck is nice and long. Close your eyes and settle your breath. And we're going to finish with Kapalabhati breathing. So you can take any position with your hands that is right for you if you already do something in Kapalabhati that you like. I am going to take the Katona version of the hands here, where you take your hands up to the sky and make little cups, and you seal your fingers so that if something wonderful falls down, it's not going to slip through the cracks. Shoulders down. You'll take an inhale all the way in and out to prepare. And then you'll inhale to a comfortable level and start to just exhale through the nose. So you snap your navel back in towards your spine to exhale, exhale, exhale. Keep it going. Exhale, 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 exhale. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Big inhale, hook your thumbs. Bring the shoulders up to your ears, reach up, sip in more air through your nose. Hold it, hold it, hold it. Exhale, release the hands. Backs of the hands onto your legs, softening the palms. Breathe normally. And you can stay here in a meditation. Spend some time here if you like. You can also take a Shavasana if you would like. If you're ready to get on with it, bring your hands to prayer in front of your heart. Breathe into the intention that you set at the beginning of practice. Exhale, a little bow to yourself. We practice with gratitude to India for this gift of yoga. We practice with gratitude to ourselves and for the benefit of all beings. Namaste. So I'm going to take that forward into my 2023, practicing for the benefit of all beings in the most skillful way that I can muster. Going to be a great year. Let's hope so. All right, folks. Ta-ta.